Well, good day, viewers, and welcome to Noel's Garden Tractors and Firewood. And today we've got a little outside job we got to get done at the house here, and there's that cab in the video again. Look at that, Sir Dave's favorite tractor with a cab. Anyway, I'll turn you around here and I'll show you what's what. So I'm going to take out my four-wheel wheelbarrow and pick up some items, and I'll show you what's what in a second here. So a reasonably nice day here today. I think it's about maybe 13 degrees Celsius or so. Anyway, look at all the leaves. Boy, they're sure changing their colors. And all the ones that were on the dogwood tree there, there's only that one left, I think. Anyway, they sure were colorful. All right, we get around over here. So I have some things I'm going to put on my gutters. Some extensions, I guess I'd call them. So I got to dig through that pile there and to dig out what I need to put the extensions on. And I'll throw them in the bucket of the wheelbarrow. So I'm some smart, I can tell you that, boys. Holy jumps, some smart I am. So what I do before I take them off in the springtime, these extensions. Yeah, so I kind of got interrupted there for a minute. Anyway, I put extensions on the rain gutters here, so that helps keep the water out of the basement, right? So I do that on all four outlets. There's one down there at the front, and there's another one down there at that end, and another one over in the other corner out front. So I'll go and get all the things, and we'll get them put on. I even leave the screws in there so I know where the screws are. Anyway, I don't know if I mentioned, but I take pictures of each one before I take them off, so then I know what is supposed to go on there. So the pictures I have are from April 30th this year, so that's when I took them off. All right, well, we'll go and get things loaded up here and see what's what. All right, we got the wheelbarrow all filled up here. So I think that's all the stuff I need. I had my drill and some tools in the plastic bag, and I believe that's about all I need right there. If not, I can come back and get more. Anyway, I'll go around and do all this, and then I'll take this around and show you each one once I'm done. All right, so we're all done now, and I'll take you around. I got the extensions all on, and I got my sticks up so I can see where I'm going and not run into anything. The bucket came in real handy to stand on to pound in that taller one. That was a good thing. So. Handy thing, a loader. If you don't have one, you should get one. So we'll go around here and have a look. So we got that one on, and I have a little piece of wood there to kind of disperse it a bit. And I've got my stick in so I know where I'm going. That way and that way. And then I have a stick here at the edge of the concrete step. You would think I would know where that would be at, wouldn't you? The concrete step. Yeah. Can't quite see it now, but on the edge there, where it's a little bit lighter color, I got chewing on that with one of the snow throwers one day. So I figured, well, I guess I better put a stick in so I know where we're at. So then I go right in line to the next stick, so then that's just a straight cut right across. And we got our extension on out here, a little bit of a stick to kind of disperse the water a little bit, and then we have the stick this way so we don't get into the steps too much. I kind of know where I'm going there. I don't get too much snow out in front here, so I can kind of still see the steps mostly. Back here, we've had snow, probably up to the L on the Welcome at times, right from one end, from this about here, right straight through to the other end, at about the height of the L in the Welcome. So no way to see step. But anyway, I guess I couldn't see the stick either, but I have an idea where everything is at, so I try to be careful and figure out where I'm going. Alright, so we have this one in place. I'm going to kind of go along here. I'm going to have a little stick here to kind of see where the flower bed things are. I've got to get at that soon. I've got to give that another tune and then rake all that stuff out of there and put it over into the woods. And then we have this one. It's done. Extension out. This used to have some trouble with water coming in that corner into the basement. That's done. And we have this one done. And we got the extension on and the little piece of wood. And our marker, so I know where to go because I clean in this area because that's where my furnace pipe is and air intake, so I got to keep that clear if I can. And then when you go this way, you kind of got an idea of where to go. And the poor shrubs there sometimes get a little chewing. Anyway. And then we have this taller one here just to kind of keep me away from the sewer cover. So we go through this way in the winter time. And we go down that way in the winter time. So I'm hoping, this is the first year for this loader, so I'm not sure, but I know because of the sewer pipe here, it doesn't freeze there, so as winter comes along, you can kind of see a little dip here and back up again. Well, in the winter it gets a lot worse, and the snow blowers just keep riding over it and riding over it and riding over it, and it just keeps getting built up, and then eventually it makes it very difficult to get through. So I'm kind of hoping that the loader might be able to scrape the top of that off, is what I'm hoping. So we'll have to see. Another thing I thought of the other day with the loader, it's not necessarily going to be any good for removing snow. Because what I don't like about it is the bottom edge of the bucket is going to be dragging right on the ground. There's no runners like the snow throwers have to keep it up a bit. So I don't know if it's going to be any good to me or not for doing snow, other than maybe doing this area here. But I will put it into the snow and play with it, of course. But that's about all I'm going to do with it. It's really no good for removing snow. It's actually worse than a plow, really. better than if you had nothing, but it's not the tool to be doing snow removal. Snow blowers or snow throwers are the tool to do snow removal, that is for sure. Alright, so I guess that's going to be it. Everything is kind of done here now, and that's great to get that done on a sort of a reasonable day, so I'm not getting rained on, so that's good. Get all that stuff done and sticks in and all that stuff. So dandy, just dandy. Alright, so I'll leave you at that. It's not too exciting today for a video, but it's just one of the things I do to get ready for winter. And take them all back out again in the springtime, so there you go. Alright, have a great day wherever you're at and whatever you're doing.